I remember one of my friends, he was in Michigan. It had snowed, and he sent me a picture of how he was now trying to clear the snow of his car. I told myself, like, these are the problems that I want. I want such problems. Please, God, give me such problems. How the US is portrayed back home, when you go there, it's like dollars, it's manna coming from heaven, manna coming from heaven. That's how it's portrayed. I had a lot of expectations. Your community, your family also has expectation from you. As you come to the US, you realize that things are different, and especially when you come as a student. My name is Mary Mugeni, and at Ohio University, I'm pursuing my master's in geography. This is my second year and my final semester. My research is on gender, climate change, flood risk in urban informal settlement. So ideally, I'm trying to look how impacts of climate change is affecting people living in this vulnerable environment in the informal settlements in Nairobi, Kenya. So, and especially how gender plays a role in being affected. And when I say affected, is in terms of livelihoods and your social life. How are you being affected? Yeah, most of the time when floods comes, women are the most affected, women and children. So just having a one-on-one conversations with them, how have they experienced, their experience with floods, if there is any priority that they normally give when there is such disasters in their areas. I'm from Western Kenya in Luya tribe. So we're just in the border between Kenya and Uganda. Growing up as a kid was really amazing. And I say this because I was brought up with a family. And when I say family, I mean extended family. We used to live with my cousins, my uncles, my aunts together. I'm the firstborn. I have two brothers and one sister. The most amazing celebration was during Christmas, when my aunts from the town coming back home and just having food together, being bought new clothes, wearing, and then we could go to the city center, just walking. You walk from morning to evening. There's nothing you're doing, just walking, admiring your friends' new dresses, and etc. I really enjoyed what my mom used to make, the chapati, and still remains my favorite. I decided to leave my country to look for greener pasture. It's kind of a dream that I had, even when I was still in my undergraduate, still studying back home. I knew that one day I will definitely, finally fly out. I never knew I will end up in the US, but I was very sure. And so I started working on it slowly by slowly. It took me almost 2 years before I could come to the US. I was working, but the money that I got was not enough for myself, And I really wanted enough for myself and maybe save. I'm the firstborn, I had some responsibilities already. So these are some of the things that really made me to move out of my country. Of course, there were opportunities back home, but I didn't feel attracted to them. And so that's why I decided to go. Actually, US came as the last option. My first country, my first priority country was Germany. I wanted to go to Germany. I actually applied for scholarships in Germany for 2 schools. I also applied in Netherlands. I applied in Austria, but I ended up in the US. The first school that I applied was University of Michigan. I found Ohio University through my advisor that I was assigned to at the University of Michigan. I applied to 5 schools, and Ohio University was my first priority. One, because I had established a good rapport with the professors in the department. And so I was not sure I'm gonna get the school, because one of my friends told me they are very competitive getting into the program. So to my surprise, Ohio University was the first one to give me admission with funding. Oh my God, still remember vividly. It was 4 a.m. in the morning. I used to sleep with my phone next to me, just checking my emails. Weird, right? But I kept on checking my email. So this morning, I wake up because I'm an early morning person. I wake up, look at my inbox, and find an email. Oh my eyes! I was praising the Lord that morning, the whole morning. When I got admission with funding, I applied for visa. It's very hard to get a visa, and getting all the resources for you to fly out was very hard. I was supposed to come in 2021 August, but I was given date 2022, There were no slots for interviews. And I was in communication with one of my friends in Michigan. He was studying in Michigan State. So he had to, when I was asleep back home, he could wake up and check into the system. So this one night I'm sleeping and he's calling me on WhatsApp. Hi Maria, can you wake up right now and check into the system, the visa system? There are 2 slots there. When I went, I couldn't even think twice. I moved my date. It was like 1 week. I didn't expect to happen that quickly, yeah? But by the grace of God, things went well. I did the interview and it was not hard for me and I got the visa. Now, once I got the visa, I myself could not believe it, Have you ever gone to the mirror and you are like, is this you? I mean, it was, oh my, it was it was the best feeling that I ever had in my life. I saved for 3 months. I took all my savings that I had then just to achieve this American dream. I first arrived in Columbus. The roads, oh my gosh, I was like, this is the first world that I've been hearing of. Then coming to Athens, things were really different, even though I didn't expect that because I used to know that the US is just full of buildings. They are very sparkling buildings. I never thought that there is forest here. I came in, I was like, okay, this is kind of just looks like more of one of the cities in Kenya, like Nakuru. I had planned to come with go bus, but because I came in late, I arrived late, the go bus had left. I didn't know where to go, who to call, but by grace of God, the OU representative was still there. They were actually closing. And this lady, she's actually from Kenya. She saw me I had wearing this Kenyan flag. If you see this, just know this is Kenyan, yeah? So she saw this and she was, this must be somebody from Kenya. She came and we talked in our language, in Swahili language. And I told her that I was going to OU, but the bus has left already. She gave me a ride to Athens. Because I had just arrived, she told me the best thing that I can do is to take you to Walmart, buy some food before you can settle, because you don't know when you're going to go out again. Since I have been in the US, I've really got into contact with different people from different cultures, and especially first the US themselves. I've really enjoyed their Halloween. I have one of my friends that invited me for Halloween, and also for pumpkin craving. That was my first time to do such activities, which is really amazing because you get to understand what they do and what that means to them, But also I've also got into contact with people from different countries, and especially in Africa, people from Nigeria, Ghana, which is the largest group here. At least I have lots of Ghanaian friends, Also Tanzania. This was my surprise, actually. Getting somebody to speak Swahili was so amazing. I have a classmate who is from Tanzania, and so most of the time we get to talk our own language. It's good to have a family away from family. And I see international students as my family right now. We make up some small gatherings like African Student Union where you get to meet most of them. For me, I joined ASU, the African Student Union, which has been one of their focal point for me of meeting the international students. It really means a lot to me. Coming together as Africans gives a sense of belonging, gives a sense of here is where home is. But also over the time we've come up with a group that we motivate each other to stay active by doing outdoor activities, by going to the gym.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Initially, I was kind of reserved interacting with them. It's my first time. I've never interacted with a lot of people from different countries, but here I am. This is the choice that I have to do. So with time, they say time heals everything or changes everything. I've become so comfortable with them, and this is because some of them we share the same vision, why we came here, what we want to achieve. When you listen to them, you feel like you are connecting. Yeah, you connect to each other. And I will say that I think the more you get to interact with people, the more your perception changes. Yeah, you might view somebody like not so friendly, but the more you come in contact with them, the more you create that friendship. Yeah. The food pantry, I think this is one of the programs that has really supported the international students. I also want to mention the ISSS. It's like a headquarter actually for international students. You have any issues with the migration, you have any issues with your I-20, that is the motherland. I miss a lot of things about home. I miss my family members. I miss my brothers, my sisters, I miss my mom. I miss everything about home. I miss food. Oh my.
I'm not saying anything.
Okay, so I'm making chapatis. The more you eat different food, the more you adapt to it. I also just miss that community kind of, yeah? You know everybody, but most of the people you know them. Even stranger might be knowing you, like this is somebody's daughter, but here it's you and you alone with the closest friends that you've made over time. I also miss the weather. Oh my goodness. Back home we don't have this winter. We only have, let me say we have summer 24/7, 365 days a year. So that's sometimes when it gets to cold seasons, I really feel like I'm having homesick. Yeah. Some of the experiences, the celebrations that I used to experience back home, it's no longer the same, Home is home. Incoming international students, just be open-minded. Ohio University is full of opportunities that if you come with your focus, when you are focused, you will achieve what you want because we have resources around us. We have students who have gone through what you will be coming to go through, but also just try to reconnecting back to your roots, yeah? Understand why you left your home to come to the US to study. Understand what do you want to achieve to go back home, yeah? But also you have to know that it's not an easy journey, but you can make it easy by yourself. Don't be afraid to ask when you have to, yeah? People will support you and people are willing even to do extra, so long as you open up, so long as you want to be helped. And for this, I hope this research really comes up with good recommendations to support international students who wish or who plan to come and study in Ohio University in one way or another. Thank you. You said I should look jealous.
So are you relaxing or are you sitting up?
Wait, did I come with my water?
I'll bring the water for you. But I want to know, are you sitting? Okay, sitting up.
Yeah,
Okay.
sitting this way.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
I hate